Our top story tonight, it's been nearly 30 years since former KIMT news anchor Jodi Huisentruit was last seen, with still more questions than answers here today. Now, a Cerro Gordo County judge is considering whether to unseal a 2017 search warrant tied to John Van Cise, who is considered a person of interest in this case. Now, Van Cise died in December of last year. Now, a private investigator is pushing for those documents to be made public, but not everyone is on board. KIMT News 3's Sananda McCall reports from Mason City.
Jodi Huisentruit's disappearance on June 27, 1995 has haunted Mason City for decades. Now, nearly 30 years later, private investigator Steve Ridge believes unlocking old case files could bring new answers.
This information probably would help me frame the overall picture. I think I, without a doubt, have my arms around precisely what happened.
The search warrant was filed in 2017 against John Van Cise, a man who was one of the last known people to see Jodi alive. But now that he's passed away, Ridge says there's no reason to keep it a secret.
We ask you to unseal this search warrant and give this family some finality, Your Honor. Thank you. All right.
Cerro Gordo County Attorney Carlisle Dalen is arguing against that point. He says unsealing the warrant could actually hurt the investigation.
But at this point in time, with all of the law enforcement that I work with who are telling me that this is a detriment to put this information out to the general public, we have to rely on the experts, and they're the experts.
The judge questioned whether some details could be made public while redacting sensitive information. But Ridge, who has spent years investigating the case, says he isn't convinced authorities are still looking for answers.
Have you maintained communication with him since that time?
I have maintained limited communication with John, given his deteriorated health.
Meanwhile, Ridge is offering a $100,000 reward for any information leading to Jodi's remains. He hopes someone will come forward before the 30th anniversary of her disappearance.
And there are still 4 people that I consider an active consideration. It would be unwise and inappropriate for me to say that John is not one of those 4.
The judge has 30 days to decide whether to unseal the warrant. And in the meantime, Ridge says he has his own information that he's keeping private, hoping others will step forward in the case. In Mason City, Sananda McCall, KIMT News 3.
Dalen says he is asking the community to bear with him and law enforcement as they're all hoping to solve this case and find out what happened to Jodi. We, of course, will keep you updated on the judge's ruling, both on air and online.